If your songs aren't landing the way you want with people, it's probably not because of your ideas or even your music. It's that you're not giving the listener anything to grab onto. On this channel, I've been talking a lot about how songs are stories, and people connect to stories. They always have. But what I think a lot of songwriters don't realize is that not every song tells a clear step-by-step story. But the songs that have stood the test of time, they all leave you with something. A new feeling, a different perspective, a new understanding, a takeaway. And if your songs aren't landing the way you want them to, it's probably because you're not telling the listener a story and you're not leaving them with anything. You're not giving them anything to walk away with after listening to your song. So in this video, I want to show you 3 different songs, each with a different type of story, and show you how each one lands that takeaway so that you better understand how to do it in your own songs. I'll also share with you an exercise at the end that you can use in your own writing that'll help you get a better understanding of how to make your songs take the listener on a journey and leave them with something by the end. The first type of song is the one that most people think of, the event-based narrative song. Let's look at Louisiana Rain by Tom Petty. In this song, each verse gives you a moment, a scene, something happening in real time. For example, while I was out in California by the San Diego Sea, that was when I was taken in and it left its mark on me. From the beginning of the song, Petty is painting a picture of what's happening. But it's not so much the events that are so important, it's what it all adds up to. When you get to the chorus of the song, you start to see how all of these moments have shaped him, worn on him, and changed who he is. Louisiana rain is soaking through my shoes. I may never be the same when I reach Baton Rouge. And every time it cycles back, verse, chorus, the feeling deepens. So by the end of the song, you're not just watching events, but you're seeing how it's changed the main character and you understand how they got there. And that's the takeaway. The next type of song is the reflective song. And these types of songs are not built around events or things happening, but around a perspective. A great example of this is Teach Your Children, written by Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Right from the start, it's not telling you a story, it's speaking from a viewpoint. You who are on the road must have a code you try to live by, and so become yourself because the past is just a goodbye. These are statements, advice, observations. But as the song goes on, you start to feel a tension between parents and children, between generations. And you of tender years can't know the fears your elders grew by. And in between these verses, the refrain stays the same each time. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh and know they love you. But by the end of the song, the refrain chorus hits you differently. You're not walking away with a bunch of scenes you remember. You're walking away with a new perspective, a new point of view on life. And that's really the takeaway. Okay, one more example, Like a Stone by Audioslave. This song is more internal. Nothing major is happening on the outside, but on the inside, there's a lot going on. In the verse, he's alone, he's reading, he's reflecting on death. On a cobweb afternoon, I was lost in the pages, reading how we'll die alone. It's quiet, isolated, almost like it's suspended in time. Then the chorus opens up. In your house I long to be, I'll wait for you there like a stone, I'll wait for you there alone. Here you start to realize what all this reflection is about, the sense of longing, of waiting, of being alone. But the real shift happens in the bridge. And on I read until the day was gone. and I sat in regret of all the things I've done, for all that I've blessed and all that I've wronged. In dreams until my death, I will wander on. This is where it stops becoming observational and it becomes grounded in this feeling of acceptance. And when the final chorus comes back in, we now have a clearer understanding of what it all means. Nothing's happened or changed on the outside by the end of the song, but something has settled internally. And that's the takeaway. So as you can see, each song gets to the takeaway in a different way. Whether that's through storytelling and events, whether that's through shifting perspective, or just an inner journey. There's no right way to get there. All that matters is that something changes from the start of the song to the end of the song, and there's something for the listener to take away. And that's what makes a song land for listeners. When you start to build change into your songs, you're no longer just telling the listener what to think or what to feel, but you're showing them why it matters and how you got there. You give them something to follow along with. You tell them a story, and you give them something to walk away with. So let's put this into practice with one of your own songs. Take a song that you're working on and look at it and ask, what changes from the beginning to the end? What's different from start to finish? Is it a change in the events and what happened? Is it a shift in perspective from beginning to end? Is it just an emotional journey that takes the listener from point A to point B? It doesn't matter what type of change it is, only that something has shifted. If nothing changes in your song, the listener has nothing to follow along with or grab onto, and your song will likely fall flat. At the end of the day, what makes your song land with listeners isn't clever lyrics or a catchy hook, although that can sometimes work, kinda. What actually pulls a listener in and keeps them there is a sense of movement, of something shifting or changing throughout the song. A good song starts somewhere and ends somewhere else, and in that movement is where meaning is found. That's where the takeaway lives. So if your song or songs feel flat, run them through that exercise we talked about above and ask, what changes? And for extra practice, take a song that you already love, it doesn't have to be your song, and look at it and ask, what's changing in this song? What's different from the beginning to the end? And then leave me a comment below and tell me what the song was, what changes, and what you think the takeaway is. That's your homework. And if you want to go deeper into why story matters in songwriting, check out this video, and thanks for watching.